Hello, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you look at this position right here, I absolutely destroyed the opponent that we played before this one, so we're going to just hop right on into a new one. I have a little bit of a milestone. I just reached 100 subscribers. Look at this. So I already announced that in my last video. I literally recorded it just before this one, but I smoked the opponent so quickly that I'm not sure that it was that great of a video. It was like 7 minutes long, and it was mostly just him sitting there like, I'm going to lose. So we're hopping into this one, and we're going to have a attacking, exciting game. So hopefully we just get the open Sicilian, and we just go right into it. The Norwegian Gambit. And we are going to just face the open Sicilian. We're going to hop right into it. Let's see. 6 years ago, 8,400 games. But that's 8,400 games, not against me. So he attacks our knight. The best move is to jump over here. We're now attacking these weak squares. The best move for him is to push the pawn. When he doesn't push the pawn, I believe what we do is hit him with this check, and our queen becomes a little bit annoying. It's not always a good idea to put your queen on the enemy side of the board. But in this situation, he doesn't have a dark square bishop. This knight isn't going to directly attack us. He can't castle because of our queen. And I'm fairly certain we can just pin that. Okay, so he goes here. We're just going to damage his pawn structure, I believe. Are you going to bring your king out? Okay, so this is temporarily weak. But I think what we're going to do is bring the knight. We are now threatening the queen with this check. And so we are past my opening knowledge. When we traded the queens and all of this, basically this is where my opening knowledge of this line of the open Sicilian, that's basically where it disappears. And so hopefully we're just going to get a nice attacking game. I'm definitely not better, but I have the bishop pair. That's what I got going for me. And I've got easier attacks. I've got an easier castle. I feel like I've maybe got, a 0.8 advantage is what I'm thinking. And I think that's settling in for our friend over here. Kind of what we don't want to see is maybe like a pawn push. I don't really want to do all that. And I can even just bring my bishop out, and then I've got options of what to do. But you definitely don't want to face this, where you scoot back, and then I take, and then I take, and then I hit you with a fork, and I hit your everything. So you'd probably scoot back to here, but then I take with check, and then I'm still going to grab this pawn. Then you're going to scoot over, and then I might just castle. It's looking a little bit rough for our opponent right off the gate. Dude's Norwegian, but he's not Magnus Carlsen. And so hopefully I can get a nice little attacking game going on. What on earth? What on earth type of move was that? So if you can put your knight in the middle of the board while it's defended with a check, it's generally a good move. And so at the bare minimum, I'm not going to lie, I didn't see that. I could scoot forward. Like I can take and ruin his pawn structure and then hit him with a check. I'm thinking this immediately. But if he takes and I take, then he scoots here and then I castle into it. Then he can run this way. His king is not happy right now. Let's just think about this. What is better? Take, check. You have to go here and I can castle into it, but you can block like this. No, you can't. I'll push this pawn. I think that might be it. What did I just say? Take. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take here. You have to take back with this pawn. Then I hit you with a check. You scoot over here. I castle and hit you with another check. You scoot back. This bishop is still hanging. But the pawn is no longer defended. So I think let's just go right into it. And unfortunately, this bishop is stuck. So the bishop can't even get out. So we are going to develop with check. If he pushes forward, then we also just take. Okay, so he keeps finding moves that I'm not even considering. I thought he had to scoot over. He maintains protecting this. Well, I do have the bishop pair, to say the least. Might scoot back and just have this idea. Let's just do it. This bishop is also undefended. So I definitely, my attack fizzled away just now. This retreating move, it's not what you want. I kind of saw this and castle. How did I not see that the bishop didn't see this square anymore when the pawn blocks it? Don't know. Okay. I really am thinking to just castle. Like, your bishop can come out here and attack my rook, but then I just block. You can also scoot over, and then I probably have to defend like this. Then you could actually hit my rook, in which case I'd probably just have to scoot up. And at some point, he could definitely go for my light square bishop. Oh. Okay. The more stuff we trade, his king is in the center. And if I trade right here and he brings another pawn to the center, then he might have just completely more than equalized. It might not even be a good position for me. What if I go forward and say, like, okay, you're really going to take? Then my rook's getting in. I like that idea. He could then sway me into doing something goofy. Then I'm attacked a few times. If I take, then this pawn is probably going to be a little bit weak in the end game. Man, my confidence plummeted. We were absolutely crushing out of that opening, I felt like. And then whatever I needed to do to like just make the attack press forward, I didn't do. And now we're going to have a real game of chess on our hands. So it'll probably be more instructive and technically better for us because we don't just win off the bat. So what's more important? King scooting in and attacking the knight. The knight will probably scoot here. Then we'll attack. He'll probably get stuck at that point. So if we hit him with the knight, if the knight comes forward, we'll just take. I quite like that. The other option, I guess, would be to jump over here. Then we can maybe slide into the position and attack you. You can come here and attack us again. We attack the rook. You scoot over. This would be a check. I think just because this is an attacking move, if I was to take with the rook, it's not really an attacking move. That makes me think that this was correct. And so probably you come over here. Or you just hang the knight in one move. Works for me too, bro. Sir, should I give him the take back? I'm going to give him the take back. I'll do it. I'm a fair man. But if we hop into a game where I lose, I'm gonna cry a little bit. Okay. That move also quite sucks. Because I can kind of get in This rook needs to get active, that's for sure. This feels like it's just the most active move. We're going to start by bringing a rook to the center. What's kind of unfortunate is this is now an open file where my king is, so at some point I'm going to have to scoot over. And I'll probably have to defend this pawn with this pawn. Okay. I mean, if this check, then you just block me. It's not what you want to see. Check, block. Back over here and try and attack like this. What if I scoot forward? He'll probably just shut the door on my face. I feel like we're going to do this. Given that move back may prove to be a large blunder on my behalf. But I don't like winning games by just one move blunders. Okay, so our pawn is being attacked. Feel like that's the only way to defend it. I don't think there was a whole lot of other things that I could do. And if I push this, then he just all of a sudden has a passed pawn in the position. We don't love that either. Okay. I feel like it's time to get a little bit active. What if he slides over like this? We don't like that at all. I mean, attack the rook? We're going to just attack the rook. We've got 3 minutes. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, so he attacks our bishop. That's unfortunate. We can get out of here also attacking him. I can scoot over here and kind of go for this side of the board. What about attack the rook? He'll probably just scoot up. I'll scoot back. Ooh, if I go here, he'll go here. Oh my goodness. Here. Would really, really love to be able to push this pawn. Like if I could break this open, much happier. I'd be much, much happier. So I might have to push like this first. Maybe push. Okay, so he's definitely going to just go for this. But I've got time. Here, here. We're pushing this. This boy crazy. Okay, here. Here. Check. Here. Rook to the middle. Let's just go for this. All of a sudden, I'm the one getting attacked, and I've got 2 minutes on the clock. Chess is horrible. Even if I take, like, what did that really accomplish? He can just get in eventually. There's a defender right now, but I feel like he could just get in and start attacking me. And this check doesn't even really do much. It just makes a square for his knight to be able to get into the mix. If I scoot, if he pushes, I can defend like this, but then he hits me like this, then I go like this. Oh dear Lord. Push, 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 push. I think we have to do this. Like, what else were we going to do? Oh. Okay. This isn't going to be great because it gives him a pass pawn. Oh, dear Lord. This pawn push is scary. And I need to kind of hang on to this. So if I like scoot over, he could just scoot in at some point and attack this. And his knight can now get in. Okay. Scoot over. Trade the rooks. He forks my pawns. And this will be attacking. Oh my god. Okay. So I really only need to defend this one. We need to take this. Okay. Over here. He's going to get this one. If he takes this one, I can get in. So that's really what we're going for here. Okay, so he takes the correct one. I mean, we attack the knight. He can then scoot back and attack this. I'm cooked. Why did I play like this? I always am too nice. I'm recording, so I'm trying to be nice and like make an educational game, but now I'm just down a pawn in an endgame with 46 seconds. So if he blunders now, you better believe I'm taking it. Okay, he attacks my pawn. We push. He's going to go back. Might scoot up and try and get this rook out of here. This is just 2 passed pawns, by the way. Make no mistake on that. Scooting my king towards the middle. Once the knight can't access these checks. Okay. Ugh. Here. I mean, he can just push at some point. This doesn't even work great anymore. This would be quite scary. I guess I can defend like that. Here. I'm going to bring this forward. It's now defended. I'm just going to get hit, but then I can hit. But then he could push. Then I could take. Then he could push. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. And I've got 27 seconds. Don't worry, I'll still flag him. That's basically what I'm going for now. Even though he's got 3 times more time than me. All right, we're going to make a passed pawn. Just not even going to think about it for too long. Slide back. This now works. And I have not a lot of great squares to go to. Because I just got rid of my retreating square. But I could scoot over. But if this knight never moves, then I'm never going to push this pawn. He'll push these 2 pawns together. Even him bringing his rook right here would pretty much be fatal. King closer. Attack the rook. Oh. I'm cooked. He can fork me again. What's he even thinking? 35 seconds? I could still... Let's see. Let's see how fast he is. What? He can still fork me. We're going to take. the knight moves, I grab this. Scoot up. He can come here. Defend. Check. Here. And he just loses on time. I guess that's fair. I'll take it. I'll take the win. I mean, he hung the knight, so I dirty flagged him. I was a good gentleman up until the end of this game. And then I don't even think a lot of this was good. And what was this? What was this? Was there... Take with check, my king gets in? Is that what you were worried about, bro? I don't think that he needed to be worried about that. He was going to have three passed pawns in a line. No way I'm going to take all of them. So let's just check it with the computer and see what we can learn from this. And here we are in the analysis. And ultimately, I feel pretty good about that because I gave him the knight back, I gave him a move back, and then I just dirty flag him. So my conscience is clean. The only thing is like, dude, how did I flag you when he had a minute 30? I had 27 seconds. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how do you even allow that to happen? And so if we look here, I built up quite a convincing advantage. Didn't play it right. I traded off with the wrong piece at some point. Wrong piece, wrong idea, and then I just let the advantage slip. All of a sudden, his knight gets active. He hits me with that fork, and then I'm just in a losing endgame where my only hope is to flag him. And so I had 5 inaccuracies, 1 mistake, 1 blunder, 90% accurate, and our opponent 2 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 93% accurate. So our opponent played quite accurately other than the opening. And so we get the open Sicilian. He hits us with the pawn. We hop over here. We're threatening ideas like this. I'm so bad at these arrows. We throw the knight right in his face. He basically has to recapture. Then our queen goes here, and the queen is just a nuisance right here. And so what I needed to do was bring this knight out because there's this check, this pawn is hanging, and my idea of pin didn't even really work because he can just take, and then I'm basically like, it's not so great for me. He's got 2 pieces developed, and I basically have to waste a move, not losing that piece. And then he can even situate his knight on a better square. It's not what you want. I would have had a harder to play position there. And so we go through, we trade the queens, I bring the knight to the party, and right here I have a +2 advantage. But it's not really because I can win anything, it's just because I can get a gnarly lead in development. And so this is like my weakness in chess. I have an advantage, I make moves that make sense, but then I'm supposed to just make my position better without actually winning anything. And I suck at doing it. So, I mean, like, obviously this move makes sense. And then I just chose the wrong one because, for one, I was thinking that this diagonal was cut off, so he would have to come over here so that this castle would be a check. So I just completely calculated that wrong. Obviously, when I take here, the pawn cuts off this diagonal. So my whole idea didn't work. He does not have to step on this file in front of his pawn where I can easily hit him with a castle. And this check. None of that's going to happen because he can just step back because this square is not covered by my bishop. Don't know how I missed that, but I totally did. So I chose the wrong piece. I needed to take with the bishop, and it just gives me a positional advantage. So like, say we do this. Hit him with a check. Block. Then just castle. And I bring my rook. And so here's what I was saying. Well, for one, I'm going to get this pawn, but I have just a gnarly lead in development. Like this bishop is still locked in, and while this bishop is locked in, this rook is locked in, and my other rook is ready to double, and this is already pinning a pawn to the king. So I would have just had a huge lead in development. The material is equal or almost equal, but I'm winning. And so I just am so bad at seeing all of that. And so I realize here that I have to make this retreating move, and now it's just completely equal. I do castle. He puts the bishop in the middle, and I scoot it forward. And then again, I choose wrong. I figured this is more active because I'm attacking the knight, but I needed to take with the rook because it has the idea of, all right, now I'm applying pressure first. I choose wrong. He originally went here and I grabbed it for free, but we gave it back to him. So he comes over here, 2 rooks in the middle. I have a slight advantage. I still am winning. Push the pawn to defend it. He gets the rook active. I should have got one of my rooks active, is what it's saying. I decided to attack the rook. Rook scoots all the way over here, attacking my bishop. My bishop scoots out of there. And now he's the one that's ready to double and be attacking me. I pushed this pawn on the side of the board for the idea of pushing here. Wasn't the greatest idea. And then again, I need to just bring a rook, get more active, and I'm just not quick enough to do all of it. And so at some point, I push this pawn, but it's pretty dangerous for me to do that. It's not like my bishop can come defend. And so I needed to go here because here, and then this is pinned because he can't actually take me with it. Didn't even consider that. I literally just played this move because I needed to waste a move. At this point on the clock, I've got 1:28. Our opponent has 4 minutes, so I realized, okay, I need to just start playing quicker. So I did, and I immediately walk into this fork where he's getting just a little bit of everything. I am forced to trade the rooks off the board. I make a bishop move because I literally didn't know what else to do. I realized I was just going to fall apart right here. He's going to take this pawn, attack my rook. My rook scoots over. His knight gets out of there. I push my pawn. I scoot my king up. Like, I don't even know what to do. We scoot up here. Take. And it's -4. My only hope is to flag this young man. And so what I didn't realize right here, for like simplicity's sake, he's got 44 seconds. Like, yes, he's going to lose his, but isn't that better? Like, you're winning, bro. Just take. And you've got a line of passed pawns, and I've got a weak pawn. I don't know. It just made sense to me. I would have just traded that in an instant. But he let me keep my piece, which basically lets me be annoying. And so, like, yes, he's up a knight, but I've got a rook, and I can attack the king. And so he's got 19 seconds. I've got 14 seconds, and you better believe I play a lot of bullet. So basically, I just shuffled moves around. I got some pre-moves in, and basically, hate to do it, but he was going to need to actually checkmate me, and I would have just kept posing problems. And, like, I probably would have been like, boom, 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 attack the knight. The knight moves somewhere. I attack the knight again. The knight moves somewhere. I hit him with a check. I hit him with a check. I hit him with a check. I attack something else. And just, I almost feel bad for our friend over here. Sometimes what you can also do is before you play, you can check their profile. And I can see he's 1100 in bullet. So dude sucks at bullet. Dude's really good at rapid, but not very good at blitz and not very good at bullet. And so you can look at that before you play somebody and play against their strengths and weaknesses. It's like, if that makes sense. Like, I know this guy. I didn't really check in this game because I thought I was just going to win easily. But either way, 100 subscribers, huge milestone. I'm very close to 100,000 views as well. So in 1.5 months, that's pretty good. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope this little analyzing this wasn't too long, but you guys are actually the best. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I love you, and goodbye.